guys, good evening everyone. Welcome to our live. Yes, it's another market day. It's a Monday, and yeah, I'm excited to see how your stocks performed. How were your trades today? Let's find out. Okay, so good evening, Geraldo. I already noted your request. That would be Pure Gold, MBT, SM, Meralco, and of course Ray, JFC, the travel hero. Good evening. Please do check Dito and Mac. Yes, I got that documented. And Noli, aceph. Let me know if the audio is okay or if we're experiencing some technical issues. All right. Then Tech, IMI for Noli. I already have aceph. MPI for Carlos and Meg as well. Good evening, Joseph. Pasama po sa review from Joseph. AXLM. Meg, I already have it. JFC. URC Fruit. Okay. And Luther, what happened to you? Cut loss. On which stock, Luther? Want us to take a look at your stock? In the meantime, guys, I just really want to thank all of you. It's another milestone for Miss JD. As you notice, we now have 1,000 subscribers, and it's all because of you. And thank you for supporting the channel and for helping me build this community. And I think this is a very healthy and productive community because we are continuously studying every night, and someday we will achieve something big. I am embracing that for all of us. Now let's continue. Yes, Luther. Hello, Miss JD, Miss JD, AGI, MPI, and shlph. Which stock did you cut loss? Is it shlph? But let's take a look at that. I already have MPI, so AGI and shlph now. Yep. Yes, I hope you can share our channel to your Facebook wall and share it to your friends because after all, it's a channel built by everyone. I'm just your host here. Okay, so let's get started with your stocks. And of course, let's start with our evaluation of the index. Okay. All right. So sorry. For PSEI, we are still at a undecided level because we're just sitting at the MA20 line. So I still would like to plot our support at this range. Previously, I think I plotted it here, right? Could also be right here, but let's take a look and see if the MA20 line gets broken, and let's see if it will land at the 5,300 level. But in case we are able to recover, actually there's a short-term support at the 5,000, I think around here, 5,400 level. Once this 5,300 level is broken, then that's a different story. It's going to be a scary position at that point because we might even drop lower than that. So it's really critical that we observe this range. So why do we have to check out our index? Because the chances of our stocks, particularly the blue chip companies, might have the same fate in their performance today. In the meantime, let us go and deep dive into each one. Okay, see that? Pure Gold is just respecting our initial analysis for the past how many days now. Its weakness is still ongoing. We have another red candlestick today, and let us see if it will bounce just right at the MA20 line for all of us here. That's the nearest support, but I'm not saying it will automatically bounce. Rather, I recommend to closely monitor your 44.52 area. Because let us see, okay, if I am to plot a Fibonacci retracement, so let me remove all our, now let's just put it there. So I'd like to see if it is supported by the Fibonacci retracement. Okay, I use the wick. I also move up and use the wick up here. Okay, not that near. So sometimes you have to use a second indicator to validate. Okay, so this is our Fibonacci retracement, and these are the areas we're looking into as possible support levels. Okay, so if this goes down, we feel that it might drop at the 42.8 level, and that will be the first area to test. Otherwise, the next drop, because you know it's a steep climb up there, that's why the distance between the next points are really far from each other. So the next possible support range here is around the 39.59 for pure gold. So just closely monitor that, and so far the weakness is not over yet for this particular stock. MBT just no significant movements yet. In fact, there's a weakness that happened today, and let us see if this support level will be sustained. Okay, so we are still at the support area, and look at your RSI. RSI is normally giving us, when you see this, normally it's an advanced signal. It's not yet there, but just giving you like an advanced notice to start monitoring or start watching this stock, as it might recover anytime soon, given that the volume, volume is starting to climb up, but overall RSI is what is giving us that build up in momentum. Okay, because your RSI is now heading towards an upward trajectory. SM is slightly higher than the support area where we see at the moment. This is where I see it. Okay, let's look back and check out our weekly chart. See how it looks like here. Okay, see this? This is your resistance area. Let me see if actually we're already good in that level, because you also have some consolidation right here. This is a slight overshoot. Yep. So let us use your 778 level as your possible area of bounce. Although this is a doji, right? It's also possible that it might trigger some bullish actions in the coming days, considering that it's only day 1 of this week. So who knows? Just be on a defensive approach, meaning because we see a wick landing at this point, I feel that within the week there's a chance for this level to be hit before it continues to move up again. All right? Meralco, I feel that this is also giving us some weakness. Each time it touches the MA20 line, there's some rejection that's happening. Same fate as we have here, right? Each time a stock price reaches near your MA20 line, there's a rejection that happened. And it's currently experiencing the same for this stock. That's on a weekly chart, but let's take a look at your daily. Okay, so for your daily, actually within this week, I feel that this area is going to establish a brand new support. Your RSI is already here at the mid-range, so I'm thinking it might, alright, so just monitor that. It might create a brand new support area here. How's everyone so far? Okay, all right. So Meralco, that is Meralco. JFC, how did JFC perform today? Okay, looks like everyone will be given a chance once again at the 133 level for JFC. Well, 133, let's move that a little lower. That's the possible area of, area of focus there. Let us see if it will bounce right at the MA20 line, because normally when we are up here, this MA20 level is respected as a possible area of bounce. And another thing to, of course, look at is that you had some price consolidating in this range. When I say consolidating, each time it touches this price level, there's a slight bounce happening. Okay, and I think a lot of just be extra careful, because at this in this period there are a lot of traders. That's why we don't see a significant uptrend, right? Small gains, people are locking in profit right away. That's why this is going to most likely revisit your 133 level, 133.88 to be exact. But again, that's just an area, okay? Dito. I think there's another red for Dito. Oh no. Why is this red? Ah, okay. Because we're slightly lower. Alright, we're lower even though it's a green candlestick today. It's still red because we had a gap down. Price started in this range. Price started at 2.12 level, which is this candlestick, right? Price started at that level, that price, and within the day the price moved up and down, and then it ended at 2.14. Opened at 2.12 and ended at 2.14. It is still a red overall in terms of performance for the day. Reason being is because there was a gap down. Okay, even though it's a green, just because we had started the price lower than 2.20, therefore it's still a red. It's still a poor performance for the day. Now, I feel though that we might see some more green candlesticks in the coming days for this stock. Okay, it might fill this very small gap down that happened. So if it will bounce, I just monitor the 2.08 area just in case the market gives you a chance at that level. But so far, this is like the first wave of your bullish movement. It's just the first wave. Normally it just retraces and then you'll have again another higher high. Okay, so I'm seeing something like this. So and then again like that. Okay, it's like your Elliott wave, wherein you have several waves before a price goes down again. Something like this, right? If you're to look at this further down, a price had to move down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it has 5 points before it moves up. Okay, let me read through your messages, alright? Christopher Chan, request for IDC, AGI, and Sun. Okay, let me put that here. IDC, AGI, I already have it, and Sun. BDO, yeah, let me take a look at that as well because I have BDO. Mwide for, well, that was for Maria. Adrian Aguilar wanted mwide. Vita, nikl. Okay, Paul, good evening. Could I add AGI, FLI, and bcor? So I already have AGI. So many AGI today. Let me see how it performed. All right. Good evening. Okay. Do people really take profit and go away during May? Doesn't follow. It doesn't follow. They also said August is the, what do you call that again? They mentioned something about August. August is ghost month, but that's not true. If you survive these months in the market, uh, there's a big chance that you will be able to survive whatever month of the year, whether it's bullish or bearish month. If you're able to survive all the months in a year, then you're you're good. You're on the right track. Yeah, August, August month. Yeah, that's what they call it. The next one. Let's continue. So we stopped at Dito Mac. Okay, for Mac over here. Wow, why do we cross the MA20 line? Look at that. However, there's a support area very close to where it is at right now, so I feel that it might well, this is also an area to closely monitor because you had some consolidation happening right here. So let's see if it will give us a green candlestick tomorrow. Otherwise, it will also test the consolidation that happened in the first week of April, which is your second support at the moment. If that happens, take a look at your RSI. Okay, so this is your first point, right? I'll check this one over here. So far, let us say, okay, it touches that second support that we have created over here, and you have the same pattern, then there's a big chance that it will just move within that range first, then it moves up. Looking back as we zoom out and find and see how your pattern looks like, overall, you're at a very, very cheap level for this stock. Okay, actually, today is the payout date for cash dividend. Interesting. 0.20. 0.20 over let's see this. Where's my calculator? If this stock will consistently give us one payout each year, and then you have 0.20 divided by 4.18, for example, that's a 4%. If you're just going to take a look at the dividends, right? If you're going to invest just because of dividends, and you enter at this range, for example, at that price level, then your money will gain 4.7% per year, better than the potential gains when you put the money in the bank, right? So go ahead and review the fundamentals of this stock and see the potential growth of oh, it's not even 0.20, it's 0.25. Let me so 0.25 divided by 4.18, that's a potential gain of 5.9%, better than the bank, and once a year payout. This one is 0.20. Okay, promising stock. Just need to read through. It's just a health check in their financials. Hi, Miss JD. Okay, well, hold on. Daming bad news kay Mac kay nag-cross sa MA20 line. Yeah. But in terms of technicals, that's the reason why we really have to pair whatever we see in the fundamentals, pair it with your technicals. Okay, so this is the thought process, guys. You study the fundamentals of each company to find and check which company to engage in. Next step, study the technicals so you would know when to get in. And wow, volume starting to increase there. Anyway, going back, Ilongga Kagili Miss JD Power. Yes, I am an Ilongga. Pete SSIM is okay. Check ta E. Check ta na. Pizza Max and Tech, and this one is for Say Yunako. I think that's a juxtaposition in your YouTube name. Tech. Okay, let's continue. ACPH. Oh, by the way, guys, if you have so if this is your first time to drop by our channel, know that we are doing this every day, and this is a group study. Okay, so not all information will come from me. A lot of information can also come from you guys. So if you have not subscribed yet, please go ahead and subscribe so you're always updated when we have live. Okay, and ACPH. What is your story? Okay, you're actually sitting at a possible support, right? Because of the following hints. I'll put it there. One, here, you had your resistance. You had your support over here. Slight overshoot. But you had your resistance again here. And then there is MA20. Okay, so tomorrow could be a make or break day for this stock, because if this stock breaks your MA20 line and crosses downwards, then chances are it might even go down further and challenge this level. Let me put a weekly so that it's clearer. Where could it potentially stop? This area. Okay, 1.97 is the next stop. So guys, that's a technique. If you find the daily chart too noisy, zoom out a little bit and check out your weekly chart, so you'll see much clearer lines or trend lines or whatever areas to consider. Okay, so I zoomed out a little bit on a weekly chart and found that there is this level over here. Used to be support, slight resistance there. And then I go back on a daily chart and then validate. Okay, let me remove this. See that? Okay, so tomorrow is a make or break day. If this breaks your line there at the MA20 area, then it could potentially drop and revisit your 1.96. Okay, but interesting. Why did people buy? Maybe it will give us a good story tomorrow. Let us see. Any thoughts, guys, why the index dropped today? In your port, okay, so there's a question. Miss JD Lalang, kumusta po? Kim Camacho. Okay lang. So far, I'm very satisfied with the work from home setup of our company. I get to stay at a very comfortable place every day, and I work. So far, that's big thanks to my company there. What about you guys? Marco, hi cutie, kumusta? FMETF, pure gold. Alright, FMETF. And pure gold. Oh, I already reviewed pure gold. It's actually the first one. I'll try my best to go back later, okay? But for now, I need to proceed with the other stocks. Carlos' question is, in your port, which stock are you happy when it comes to dividends? So far, wala, kidding. I have JFC so far, and MPI, I also have MPI, and I'm considering URC, but let me see. So busy every day. I wanted to buy some more. This one, because 1.65. So let's calculate that again. 1.65 divided by, what's the current price? So let's say you are able to get in at 120, right? Oh, hold on. So this one gives out March, I think, twice a year, ba? Let's peg it at twice a year because there's one here very close to each other. March and July. This one, March, okay, and June. All right, let's peg it at twice a year. Okay, 150 and 165, and then let's say let's put it at 150. Oops, sorry. Times 2. 3 divided by, let's say you're able to get it at 120. This is for long-term investors, right? So that is a possible gain of 2.5% per year. So if you have, let us say, what? You just do the math. If you have a large amount of money, instead of putting it in the bank, this period is really a good opportunity to start accumulating volume so that when it climbs up, number one, there's a gain in terms of what price, right? And number two, if you're going to stay there long term, you already have a sure ball 2.5 to 3% increase in revenue on a yearly basis. So that's dividend play. So far I have BDO, MPI, and GFC as my blue chip companies. And we'll see this one. I really wanted to get in here. It's just that it's spread today, and we'll just see possible entry. Maybe tomorrow. Super busy today. Okay, let's continue. Oh my gosh, where did we stop? Where did we stop? I think aceph. Okay, aceph and then tech. Okay, tech here actually is still giving us some weakness and might challenge your 8.11 area again or 8.18. Okay, so that's the nearest support that I see. Use this as just monitor that area. Okay, and then possible bounce right there. Used to be your resistance, and then support here, slight overshoot. Look at the weekly chart. Okay, so your weekly chart, actually, let me see this. It's an area, but safer to put here because you had your wick for 2 weeks straight drop at this level, so around 8.14. All right, overall, where are we? As we look into the bigger picture, tech over here is way down there, but the volume is starting to pick up, guys. See that? When the price was climbing up, the significant volume here, see this period, and then when it dropped, the volume of the selling is way lower. So what does this tell us? People are holding on to their stocks, their position, for a possible shift in direction to the upside. let me drop din kasi global market, sumunod lang PSEI. Yeah, okay, tingnan natin later. In your part, drop din sa global market last week with long weekend, naipon yung mga magsisell. I guess that's right. Nice. Work from home. Work from home din po ako. Yeah, Kim Camacho. Yes. Really happy for all of you guys who are, who still have work despite the crisis. I know a lot of companies have managed, they've right-sized, downsizing or right-sizing. They did that for most of their employees, especially call centers. There are a lot. All right, let's continue. Tech, IMI. IMI. Okay, so look at this. You're sitting at the support area, possible support area, because you're here at the MA20 line. And look at this. 5.47, right? But just closely monitor that first, because we can never tell. Tomorrow could still be another sell-off day, and then if it drops, then chances are this level will be revisited. That's the next support that I see. Previous resistance over here, right, will now become your support. Apply kami sa inyo, Miss JD. Okay, I'll let you know if there's opening. Marco. I work in a call center, guys, so if you're interested in that department, why not, right? Someday. To continue, MPI is next. Oh my goodness, my stock. Takes a long time. Dividend here is so low, but let's compute again. 0.07. This only gives out so far once each year, okay? If we're going to compute that 0.07 divided by 2. Let's say 2.5. That's 2.8% per year. Okay. At least, no? If you have 1 million times 0.028, that's 28,000. Easy. One payout each year. But then again, the stock is moving so slow. We're still at the support area for this stock, and let's see if 2.43 will be revisited. We're on a defensive approach right now, because given that globally it's bearish, so let's provision this and see if it will revisit this area once again for your support. Now if it touches that 2.43, how does it look like in our RSI? Still moving in an upward direction here, so it could be, right, it could be a possible consolidation area here. Might move sideways again because this stock is really known to have very slow movement. Then wait for your timing as it moves up. The next one is Meg. Meg here is, it has started to trigger your lower, no, it crossed your MA20 line, and we're now moving below that. Therefore, let's see if it will continue to dip. Oops. I'm thinking of this area. That's the next possible support right here. Right, and the reason why I said that is because of this March 26, March 30, and this one too, it landed here. So I feel that it might go back to that area and test. Okay, so that's MEG. Some more bearish outlook. AXLM. AXLM. Wow. Let me see. Weekly chart. Okay, so we finally crossed the MA20 mark here. So the next, so just in case the market gives you a chance at the 2.72 area, then that would be a much better picture. So we managed to already cross that line. And since the entire market is a little bit bearish, even if this is a green stock for this week, I'm thinking one of the days within this week could revisit your 2.72 before it continues to move up. But overall, it's nice that we're already very near your MA20 line, or we finally crossed that path, and the next possible movements could just be something like this. And take note, we're looking at the weekly chart. So if you go into the daily, how does it look like? So again, that's the thing that I would do. If there are too many lines within the daily chart, then I'd go zoom out and find a better picture in a weekly or even monthly, so that, yeah. But then again, if I go back to a daily chart, you then realize, oh yeah, oh nga, no, this area should be a support. Okay, this one, this area, and this area. Okay, this used to be a resistance, so you had a gap up. Okay, I just noticed this. You had a gap up that happened on the week, no, on this day, right? And then you know the rule. When there is a gap up, chances are it will revisit and fill the gap before it climbs up again. So I'm thinking could be there's some more triggers to the upside, but it will go back eventually and move up again. Alright, so another thing to also look at is that you are here at the overbought level. Okay, I'm betting Dow will close green, up yard. Let us see. Interesting. So guys, just another FYI. So I'm trying out two concepts on my channel. Number one is I'm going to start reviewing Dow Jones stocks. So it's like your PSEI, but in the US market. And number two, we'll also have stock market rewind every weekends. So let's see. How about dividend play with Glow, Tel, and Meralco? Let's take a look at that as well when we review it. I'm adding it, by the way. Globe, Tel, and Meralco. Oh, Meralco is already done, but let's take a look at that. 5 pesos. March, August. So I'm looking at twice a year as well. Yeah, I'm looking at twice a year, and on average we have a 5 and a 4. So let's just say 10 pesos, and you get it at 253. 10 divided by 253, 3.9% per year. Better than the bank. Okay. Where did we stop again? MPI, no? What about MEG? Oh, I think I'm done with MEG. AXLM. Done. Next is URC. Oh, I also checked this out. So far, URC, I computed the dividends for this, right? Around 3 pesos. 3 at 3 divided by 100, let's say 118, 2.5%. Now, so far I feel that this stock is still respecting your MA20 line, but we, as I mentioned earlier, let's be on a defensive move because market is bearish. So what you can do here, where can I plot the, let me see, weekly chart. No, I don't. Let's not use the, let's just use the MA20 line as our area of support. So if there's a green engulfing candlestick, this is the kind of candlestick we actually want. It's just that the impact of the bearish sentiment in the market really brought us back to the MA20 line. But then let's see if there's another green candlestick to move to the upside, and that would already mean a bounce for URC. And look at your buying here. And if you're to also consider the dividend scheduled this May, there's a big chance that people will find this attractive and then start entering, and it will push the price higher. And that's URC. Okay, so the next one is fruit. So each time we see a dividend, we'll try to compute it. Fruit, where are you going to drop? Probably here. Okay, let's take a look at the weekly. Oh no, see? We have to open the weekly because it gives us a better picture. Look at this. You have a resistance right at the MA20 line over here. So that's a sign of weakness. Third week right now. As we start the market, or as we start the week, this week, we already had the decline. So there's a big chance that it will again go back to this level. I'm not saying this week, but could be in the next few weeks, right? Considering that you hit a resistance area here. So just be extra careful, or rather, if you want to enter here, just wait, because I know you can get this at a much cheaper price with how many percent? With a 24.8% discount. AGI. Okay, AGI, you are currently sitting on a weekly chart very near your support level. Now let's take a look at your daily. But this is again red, so most likely you have a red for today. You might trigger some more declines here. However, if you are to look at the formation as we do a double bottom for this stock, let us say it touches 5.74. Take a look at how your RSI moves, RSI formation. So that is a bullish divergence. We're slightly higher, so people might start looking into this, start probably watching this if you believe in the stock. AGI, what is the nature of their business again? Company list, AGI, here. As a glass container manufacturer after it acquired a glass manufacturing plant, manufacturing company. Okay. So just look at that, okay? Potential stock for a double bottom. Let's see. Uh, what's TWRTR? Is that a stock? Buhay sa New Zealand. Sorry, I didn't get this code. mrsgi IDC VLL for you. So we already have IDC. Is it there? Yes, it is. So VLL, not yet. Okay, let's add that. ICT for Marco, BDO, DMC, BDO, DMC, and BPI. Carlo, I already have JFC. I actually already reviewed that. EEI and LPZ. The Travel Hero. Hi, Miss JD. Thanks for reviewing D2 and Mac. Any idea regarding Bitcoin? I read somewhere that the next breakout is near. Is it safe to invest in Bitcoin considering the reward is great? Very, very volatile. Okay, Bitcoin is a very volatile. What do we call them? It's cryptocurrency, and I think you're very near a resistance for Bitcoin. Let me see. But if it breaks that, then that's a good story. If it breaks your resistance, then it will create a brand new support. We're, I think, at the 9,000 level now. Let me see. Yeah. 9,000 level is the short-term resistance for Bitcoin. So if you want to engage in this, you have to make sure that you look at the faster time frame and just do um, sniping, or because sometimes within the day, because this is 24 hours, so within a day it could just drop significantly. Okay, so just be extra careful there. So the area to watch out, if it crosses this line that we have created there, 9,122 level. Disregard the blue, I made a mistake in the line there. If it crosses this line, then it might create a brand new wave right here. Okay, overall, well, you're very near. The previous peak we had here was back in 2018 at the 19 to 20,000 level. Okay, so that is Bitcoin. Let me go back to our Philippine stock. And where did I stop? Let me see. AGI. No, I stopped at AGI, right? And then I continue with shlph. Okay, shlph, still the same. No movements, no significant movements yet. And try to observe how oil performs in the world market. If you see, right, if you see oil moving bullish now, then it might create a domino effect in all of the stocks related to petroleum. For now, 18.02 would still be our area of support, just in case this was to continue to move sideways. IDC for us is I think starting to trigger that bounce. Today is a doji, and it is at the support area because for several days it stopped right there. This is your resistance. Had some support at that level, and you're very cheap. So also, if you are interested in this stock, look at this. See that? As it goes down, you don't even notice a volume happening there. But right now we're at the bottom, considered to be moving sideways. Your volume is starting to climb up. Okay, So another key thing to remember there. It may be red right now, but I think the investors are starting to accumulate. Sun. What is the nature of the business for IDC again? Real estate. IDC's primary purpose is to engage in the business of real estate development using knowledge in architectural design, market and demographic strategy, project development, and sales. Okay, so real estate. All right, 1 second. Emerging board. Okay. Now let's continue with Sun. Sun, not a good story. In just one day, it declined by 7%, but you're very near your support, which is at 1.14 area or 1.13. Okay, so it might revisit that level and find out. Let's see if it creates a bounce there. Could it be up to here? No. Let's use this line because for several days it stopped right there. Okay, 270, no foreign buying that happened. Your RSI is just within the range. So still wait and see game for Sun. BDO. Okay, this is my stock. Q1. This is a decline by 10%, right? Because there's a minus sign before it. So the revenue against the previous quarter, I think, or previous year. Is this a quarter-on-quarter comparison or the entire year? Anyway, just take note that it's on a negative by 10% for Q1, but their entire 2019 showed a promising figure in terms of net income. Now let's take a look at their dividend. 30 cents. December, March, September. So this one I think gives out every 3 months. On average 30 cents, right? So 3 times Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4. There are 4 quarters in a year, right? So December, March, June, September. Okay, so 4.30 times 4, 1.2 over, let's say you buy at 98 divided by 98. So low, 1.2% per year. Okay, at least good to know. All right, now let's take a look at BDO. We're currently moving below the MA20 line. So let's monitor and find out if this line gets broken in the coming days. Okay, we have a resistance formed here and then a possible support here. Overall, it's still at a very cheap level. This has been badly beaten for the past months. Let's say from here, around here to here. This is already a 40+% decline, or let's say, okay, let's use this peak. 45% decline from the start of the year to this month. Okay, so so far for now, just stick to that 96.35 as a possible area of bounce and monitor it. BDO, mwide. AGI Upyard said AGI equals Emperador Megaworld McDo. What do you mean? Oh, okay. ETC. Twitter for Buhay sa New Zealand. Let's take a look at that as well, okay? That's a US market. So for mwide over here, you're still moving side, well, flatlining at the this area, 6 peso area, 6.06 that is. But if we continue to move in this level, and you have your RSI moving upward, then there's a big chance that we might experience recovery starting from this point, 6.06 up, and then to the upside. Look at the build up in volume here. Okay, it's starting to also show some increase in the volume. So far, 6.06 is our support. And let's continue. mwide vita. Vita, there's foreign buying, but it might continue to dip. This is a sell-off that happened today. So this, I see a support here, and then used to be a resistance here. So I'm thinking it will touch the 0.77 again before it bounces. Hopefully it doesn't break any lower than that anymore. But as we approach 0.77, feel free to just drop a comment again so we can go back to this and find out how it looks like by then. Vita, nikl. Nikl also broke the MA20 line. So 150 is the next drop. So far, I feel that it will revisit this level before it climbs up again. But that now is already, you're at the bottom. It revisited the bottom. So when you do that, when it touches this level, take a look at your MA20. Your RSI, if it's climbing up, well, in this case it is. And then your volume, if it is also picking up. This one, it gave out, I think this is the first time it, no, not the first time. In 2019, it gave, wow, 80% stock dividends in 2018. So good job. It's like it doubled your, so what's the nature of the business? Mining. Okay, it's mining. Okay. FLI. I think this is starting to show recovery here, and we're sitting at the MA20 line. I feel that it will respect, looks like it will respect your MA20, and then it will continue to move up. Also, there's foreign buying that happened today, so just use, if you have the opportunity, use the MA20. By the way, this blue line that we have here in our Bollinger Band, that is MA20. FLI, bcor. bcor is just sitting at your MA20 as well. So let's use that still as our support area. 2.34 as our support. It's an area, so that means these days where you had some slight overshoot to the upside and below that, then just find your entry if you're interested in getting in here. As I feel that, look at that. In a constricted Bollinger Band, this thing might happen again, okay? When it starts to trigger the upper band, then you might see some more bullish actions. SSI. SSI might go back to this level, 1.14. Did I review SSI already? Oh, not yet. Okay, so that's an area that it might touch again. Wow, look at this volume here. So big increase, but if you combine the two, I think this is equivalent to this day's worth of trade, and then that's why it went back, because almost all the people, all the trades that came in here were sold in the past 2 days. Pizza. Okay, pizza is triggering some more declines here, but you had foreign buying. Although I feel that it might still give us a chance at the 5.83 before it goes up again. Okay, so try to catch it at that level. Tech. I already did tech. fmetf. Before I do that, let me check you guys. Okay. Holding shlph. Luther. Okay, IDC is real estate developer. Thank you. Thanks for the info, Luther. Hi, Vian. VLL. Let me see. I know I added it here. It's your lucky day today. I haven't talked about it yet. But it's already here. Congratulations on your 1K subscribers. Parang 900 plus lang kahapon. Yeah. So thank you guys. It's the beginning of more of Miss JD and more videos from us. I really want to take this seriously because I know YouTube could be another income stream someday. And talking about long term, so if you also have the time and you're really interested in the stock market, use your time wisely. You can also follow what I'm doing, and it's your way, it's our way of paying it forward someday. And you can also look back into your previous videos and study them again. So that's my overall goal. All right, so that's pizza. fmetf. Okay, so this is not a good story for this stock because we crossed the MA20 line here. But so far, I have seen 2 days straight consolidation, the candlesticks consolidating at this level. So it might first challenge this line, which is very near. And then you also had some points here. Okay, so it might just check that level first before it goes up again. Let's see how it looks like in our weekly chart. Yeah, it's also possible. Is this a flag pattern? Could be, right? But let's observe. You're still you just entered the 30 level, so you came from an oversold area, so not very far from where it is at right now, even if it's a red. And even if it declines up to here, how many percent is that? Well, that's a 13% decline. But I feel that when it reaches this level, it is going to create a double bottom and then it will continue to move up again. Alright, so that is fmetf. Now let's take a look at globe. So this is another stock, so just so we can compute for the dividend. 27 November, December, January, February. Okay, so this one also gives out, I think, quarterly. So 22, 27, 22, so around 25 average, right? We can peg it at 25. 25 times 4 divided by, let's say you buy that at this, let us say you buy that at 2,000. Divided by 2,000. 5%. Oh, that's already a good one. 5% gain each year. dividend alone. What if you get that at a good level? So your gain in dividends plus of course the gain in the acceleration of the price. But so far, FYI, you're sitting at a resistance area for this stock on a weekly chart. So expect some, difficulties breaking that in the coming days. But again, a resistance can be broken if we have enough volume and sentiment is to the upside. So now if it breaks this level, right, that's your resistance, it might create a new high. It will move up and then create a stabilization, a retest that others, like what others say. It will retest your support, create that brand new support, and then it will move up again. That's globe. Okay, tell. Same story. 39, 36, August, September, October, November, December, January, February, March. Around 6 months. Maybe we'll peg it twice a year. 36, 36. 36 times 2. You buy that at, let's say, 1,100 divided 36 times 2 divided by 1,200. Darn it. 1, 2. 6%. Okay. Alright, so this stock has a much better dividend, offering. But then again, you are very near your resistance. This is a sign of weakness that we have here. And let's take a look at this price level if it will revisit that area. This is your MA20 line. You had your resistance previously in this section. And well, before it touches that, it's also possible that it will check this level first. Alright. Reason why I said that is because I saw this. Resistance, resistance, previous support, and another one here. Okay, so I have two areas for you guys to monitor. 1,205 level and 1,172 area. Meralco. Okay, so this one is just for the purpose of computing the dividend. March, August, March. Okay, twice a year. 5 and 5, so 10 divided by 253. 3.9%. So the telco companies offered a much better dividend payout compared to the other stocks. In the meantime, okay, I think we're done with this stock. mrsgi. How are you guys so far? Yeah, Palaboy is here. The travel hero, you deserve it. 1K sub, Miss J. Yes, Palaboy Trader, guys, another friend of mine. He is very consistent in his videos every day. Also a very good trader. He said, congrats, Miss JD. Personally want to congratulate you. Keep it up. Alright. Always inspired with you guys joining me every night here. For PJ, let's take a look at JGS, SECB, and Ali. Okay, let's check out where did we stop. So we're now in mrsgi. Oh wow. So you had some weakness the last Friday, confirmed by this day's candlestick. So let's try to see if it will go back to your MA20 line, which is around 164. Okay. Interesting, there's foreign buying that happened here, but let's just be a little conservative in our outlook, as it might revisit your 1.64 here. But overall, look at that promising upside there. VLL, and this is yeah, for you, Vian. Okay, VLL. Wow, the efforts exerted, all the gains exerted for 3 days is just 1 day worth of decline. Anyway, it's sitting right at the support area for this stock, around 3.97, which is a little higher than where it is at right now. I mean, a little lower than where it is at right now. So it might test that level before it climbs up. If it breaks that, then you know where it could potentially drop, right? Your previous support at the 3.04, as it creates a double bottom in that area. Try to look at your RSI. If you see something like this, if this pattern is not broken, still moving up, then chances are at that double bottom area is your possible bounce. ICT. ICT, this is a sign of weakness as I see. And let's check your 76.88 area. Based on the formation of the candlestick, the next support is a slight overshoot downwards, lower than MA20, that is, because I see this. Used to be a resistance right here, right? And 2 days straight consolidating at this level, so it might revisit that area. But this is definitely a sign of weakness for me, because this is right at the resistance level. You didn't mention about this candlestick before. I'll try to recall my previous episode. This one, when it comes out at the resistance area, this is a bearish candlestick. And then again, this is a candlestick when it shows, what do you call this candlestick again? Shooting star? I always, no, not that shooting star. Candlestick. Am I right? Anyway, correct me if I'm wrong. This one, hanging man. It's a hanging man. This is at the resistance, a hammer, the same pattern, but when this comes out the support area, that is a hammer, and it's a bullish candlestick. For the same pattern showing at the resistance area, it's now called a hanging man, and it's a bearish pattern, something like that. Okay, next would be BDO. I already did this. BDO. DMC. DMC is potentially going to create the support in this area, which actually touched it slightly higher, 4 cents higher today. So I feel that it will just create a some stabilization in this level before it goes up. That's for DMC. Okay. Will you make video content about the Bollinger Band soon? Yes. Christopher Chan, kakatawa yung shooting star sa Google search. Yeah. Hanging man. Yes. I'll try to create snippets of videos talking about candlesticks and yeah, a lot more. So many plans for this channel, you guys. So just hang in there and share this to your friends. 4 peso level for DMC, that's the support area. Then next would be, did I talk about BPI? Let me see. Okay, for BPI over here, this is just creating, this is the support. Let me just put this on a weekly chart. I'm not 100% sure, but it's really, really close. Okay, let's use this 56.8. Actually, where should we put this? Let's just put it here. It's an area, and it's very, very close to each other. So put it at 58. 58 level. There you have it. 58 is, no, actually 58 is the price right now. 57.17 is the price level I see. Because I feel that there will be a slight decline in tomorrow's market. So if it declines, it will touch 57, hopefully bounces right away within the day. That's the ideal scenario I'm looking at. EEI. Wow. Oh, this one is for September, and this one is for April. But you mentioned, right, this is going to be pushed back. Anyway, I don't count on that yet. Either way, this is your support. You're very near your support, which is around the 5 peso area for this stock. And your RSI, same sentiment. It's already showing bullish divergence. So just wait for a green candlestick to validate a bounce there. LPZ. Oh, Hawaii. So although we see a price declining here, and RSI already showing an upward direction, I feel that we still have to observe because we just triggered the lower Bollinger Band. We did not totally end outside, right? Did we end outside? It's just sitting right at the MA20 line. This is outside. Do you see that? This is outside. But here we just landed on the line. So let us see if it creates some stabilization right there. But let me put it on a weekly chart. Wow, but it's already the oversold. Is this the all-time low? Okay. Yeah, so we have one here. Actually, where it is at right now could already create a stabilization. So just observe, guys, because you're already at the oversold area, and then your RSI is already moving up. So find at any time this price lands at the same level, or yeah, the candlestick lands at the same area, then we can use that as a possible area of support. Because right now there's really no line. If I look back years backward, there is actually some consolidation that happened there way back. But let's find out, okay? JGS. JGS, this is the possible support I'm looking at. Okay. Still, so 47.99. I feel that it will continue to move sideways first in this week. There was a gap down that happened. Okay, so 47 or 48 level would be the support that I see. One here, another one here, and another one here, and previously price landed here as well. So if you are going to check your weekly chart, so you see some consolidation that happened here. Actually, if I may move it a little higher, there you go. 48.34. That's a support, and then used to be a resistance here. Okay, makes sense, right? So that's what we see. SECB creating sideways on a weekly chart, and well, the week is not over yet, so I cannot really say that the volume has totally declined. But one thing to notice is for SECB, you already have foreign buying already accumulating in this price range. So let's take a look and see if this constricted Bollinger Band will trigger to the upside. So that's you can probably start watching this. Okay, Ali, this could be a resistance. But once this line gets broken tomorrow, that's a good story. The reason why I said that that's a resistance is because this kind of candlestick, although we're sitting at the MA20 line, we have not totally crossed that path totally, as I see this area as your previous support, previous resistance over here, and tomorrow could be a make or break because you have 105 foreign buying that happened here. If it does not sustain, then chances are it will go back to your 28.8. There, previous support. If it's bearish, kakatuwa yung shooting star. Okay. Alright, so looks like I have, oh, hold on, Twitter for, I hope you're still there. Oh, this could be a bounce. Look at that. Sitting at the MA20 line, it's already, market is already open for the US. You opened this one over here. Hopefully it continues to move up. We're sitting at the MA20 line, but don't quote me on that yet because I'm not comfortable looking at a stock when the market is open. So anything can still happen within the day for this stock. Let's check out Apple. Interesting. We also reviewed this yesterday or over the weekend, right? So if it continues to move up higher than the line we plotted there, then that's nice. Triple M. Still trying to respect the line that we created. What else? Boeing, BA. Oh, I didn't draw a line. So these are the stocks in Dow Jones, but I can discuss that at a different time. Okay, so buhay sa New Zealand. Please continue to monitor the market. The market is now open, and if you are trading that stock, try to use a faster time frame. Use each one to your advantage. You start from a bigger picture, could be a weekly, and then daily. If both can give you a clear picture if it's going to go up or down, then you go to a much faster time frame so you can find your entry there. Look at your 15-minute chart there. If this gives you a green candlestick on a 15-minute chart, consider a bounce play there. Okay, I don't really rely on this, but still well, look at that 15-minute chart. It's purely on selling for now, but if a green candlestick comes out, the sentiment might change. The reason is we're still here. Okay, have I answered all your requests, guys? So I'm glad I was able to share some thoughts today. If you have not liked our video yet and you feel like this is worth liking, go ahead and smash the like And if you have not subscribed yet, yeah, let's grow this channel. In the meantime, you take care, have a good night, and stay safe always, okay? Bye bye for now. See ya.